Greetings, friends. It's me, Wayman, and this is a video going out to Princess and Anarchy. Is Hellenic paganism misogynistic? Everything you said about Greek culture is right, and I'm currently learning about that, and I study a lot of ancient Near Eastern literature, kind of getting into Greek and Roman stuff more in depth right now. What I find interesting is how come, the question would be, how come the belief system in mythology and ideas of women never, or the femininity never transferred over into the everyday life and culture? Here in Greek culture, you had powerful goddesses who were very dominant in the way things ran and in the mythology. And what's pretty interesting is the Anchises, the father of Aeneas. Aeneas has a goddess for a mother and a human father. So here it's reversed, and it's one of the few times where that happens. And he's very fearful. What happened was Zeus said to, I believe it was Aphrodite. I'm just learning this stuff, so if there's corrections that need to be made, I understand that this information might not be correct, and you can look up some of these deities and goddesses and make sure I'm right, because I'm just learning it. But I think it was Aphrodite gets some of her own medicine for putting spells on the gods and making them lust for human women. She did it to Zeus a bunch of times, caused a bunch of trouble. So here Zeus says, in essence, I'm going to get you, for your... So he makes her lust after Aeneas' father, Anchises. And she disguises herself as a maiden. And he sees she's so beautiful, and Anchises says, you must be a goddess. And she says, oh, no. I'm a human. So what happens is they sleep together in the morning. She reveals herself to Anchises. He's very afraid. So here you get the idea of it's okay for male deities to mate with women. However, it was almost taboo for goddesses to mate with human males, which was pretty interesting. And Anchises is very afraid. All he wants is a long life and have his family become legends. He thinks and feels he's going to die and be cursed by the goddess. Aphrodite says, don't tell anybody what happened. So she's kind of embarrassed at bearing a human child, and she's almost disgusted by it. And so Aeneas ends up becoming connected in Virgil's Aeneid to the Roman line or beginnings and ancestry through the Trojans. So they connect to that history way back. But what I don't get is in ancient Near Eastern cultures, and also in Greek and Roman, here you had powerful ideas of the feminine archetypes, especially in Greek culture of the Amazons, or these warrior class women, who was a matriarchal society, who used young men for breeding, then either enslaved them or killed them off. You see them near the Black Sea, so to speak. Hercules makes a trip out there during his 12 labors. But so you have these really strong. You have Artemis, goddess of the hunt. You have, of course, she does a lot more. Like, these goddesses do way more as personifications of nature and different ideas than the initial what the dictionary may say. You only get one or two terms, but you find out reading the literature, especially the Iliad and the Odyssey, and Hesiod's Theogony, and Ovid's writings that they performed and they had many functions. So it's kind of hard to put your finger on exactly. Well, you can read the many functions throughout literature, but there is no just like one thing. So I guess I'm just wondering why it never transfers over. Even in Canaanite culture, at Ashura and on it was the war goddess. Ashura, the Ashura pole existed in the Temple of Solomon until the Reformation of Josiah. So you have some element of goddess ideas still being powerful in the background. The idea of Gaia, or the earth, and Ornos, the sky, forcing back her children because he fears of a takeover. And Kronos cuts off his genitals, throws it into the sea. So then you have the division due to the foam, or the rakia in Judaism. In Hebrew, rakia, or the firmament, the separation of earth and sky. Then you get the 12 sons of Gaia. So with the goddess and femininity being so dominant in the mythology and the belief system, I wonder why it never transferred over. You know, in Greek, from what I get, being a real man was when you became pierced. You received your first wound in battle. To become a real woman, that's when you had your first intercourse. So the idea of being pierced is kind of like a initiation into manhood or womanhood. And I think that even though the everyday life and culture seems misogynistic, definitely the literature, belief system, and mythology was not. It was not. So I find that interesting. I find that contrast interesting. So take care. If you had anything to add, any good books on what was I going to get into next? I'm looking for good books on the Druids. So if you have any of that, let me know. I've been trying to find some good books, but I'm not sure what to buy. So if you have any tips, Princess, let me know. But take care, enjoy your videos, and remember, if everybody's thinking alike, then somebody isn't thinking.